So hello warriors, welcome to the ATP Warriors platform where we rise with the knowledge and humanity. So in previous lecture we have seen that various basic concepts which is required to start the chapter number 6 of UDCPR, which is nothing but general building requirements, setbacks, marginal distance, height and permissible FSI. Okay, so if you haven't watched this video, then it is very essential to watch this video plus, because without watching this video you will not able to understand what is going on in this chapter number 2, or you can say the lecture number 2. Okay, and at the end of the first lecture I have also asked for various queries or suggestions from your side. I have received so many messages. Thanks for your appreciation. And some of you said that voice quality of the video is not that much good. Okay, so I'm finding the various options and trying to improve the quality. Uh, it will improve soon. Or even if in this video I am using the different microphones. Okay, so I hope it will increase. Okay, and the third one is, some of you said that please keep session in a bilingual so that everyone will understand. Okay, the reason why I am keeping this session is in English, because our exam is of MCQ type and which is totally based on the English language. Okay, if we study this concept in English language, then it will be beneficial for us, but no worries, we will keep this session in a bilingual. Okay, some of the part will conduct in English, and some wherever required I will say it in Marathi. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start this chapter number 6 of video CPR, which is nothing but general building requirements, setbacks, marginal distance, height and permissible FSI. Okay, so this is a part 2 of our video. Okay, and the part 1 is already published on the YouTube, you can see that. Okay, or I will provide the link in description. Okay, so in case if you haven't subscribed our Telegram channel, please go and search this assistant town planner MPSC in search bar, or you can directly search ATP Warriors. You will see this logo. The reason why I'm saying that subscribe this channel is just because on that channel I regularly post MCQs based on our syllabus. Okay, so that will help to boost your preparation. Okay, so let's start this chapter. Okay, so let me give you a simple idea about this chapter, about this session, part number 2 of this chapter number 6. Is that in this session we are going to see the various provisions given for congested area. Okay, means for residential building, or suppose in residential with mixed use building. So what are the provisions of basic FSI, maximum permissible TDR loading, FSI on payment of premium, what is the maximum building potential on the on the plot which is in a municipal corporation, or which is in other authorities. Okay, so what are the provisions according to road widths, which is what we are going to discuss in this session. Okay, so see, as I said, in this module we are going to study regulations as in basic FSI, premium FSI, TDR loading, ancillary FSI, front setbacks, side and rear marginal distances. Okay, so if you have watched the previous video, you must be aware what is the basic FSI, what is the premium FSI. Basic FSI means complementary FSI, which is given on our plot. Premium FSI means FSI which we get after payment of premium. TDR loading means FSI we get as in compensation. Ancillary FSI, which is on uh, which is 60 or 80% based on all based on computing all the FSIs. On that behalf we calculate this ancillary FSI. Okay, and that and after that, front setback and side and rear marginal distance, we are going to see in a illustrative diagram as well. Okay, so these regulations for other buildings. Okay, or the buildings, residential building or a residential building with a mixed use. Okay, so where these regulations are going to apply? Okay, we are particularly discussing these regulations about this congested area in a municipal corporation or in a remaining authorities. Okay, for residential and residential with mixed use buildings. Okay, for other buildings we are also going to see, but let's see the first what are the provisions given in given for residential building or residential building with mixed use. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so before starting we must get idea about where these regulations are particularly applicable. Okay, so these regulation applicable in the development plan. Okay, in a Gautan village settlement in a metropolitan region, okay, of development authorities. Suppose if this is a metropolitan region, okay, and this is a Gautan, so these regulations for residential and residential with mixed use apply in this Gautan area, even if it is in a metropolitan region. That is the meaning of this. uh, then in a regional plan areas. Okay, so question may get formed on this, that where the applicability of these regulations for the residential and non-residential buildings in a congested area. So the answer is the development plan, Gautan in village settlement in metropolitan region development authorities, and the regional plans. Okay, so according to this we have to prepare. So let's start by one. According to road width, what are the basic FSI, premium FSI, maximum TDR potential, and maximum building potential? We'll see one by one. Okay. So first we will see it in the table format, and after that we'll see the illustrative diagram. Means how it actually work. Okay. So let's see. Suppose um, if your road width is below 9 meter, okay, then for municipal corporations there are a different FSIs. Okay, and for remaining authority there are different FSI. Okay, so it differs according to road width. Okay, how it differs you will understand once we go ahead. Okay, so let's understand first. Keep in mind that for the road width below 9 meter, the basic FSI is 1.5. Okay, basic FSI is 1.5 for road width below 9 meter, and it is for both. It is for the municipal corporations and it is for the remaining authorities. Okay, and the premium FSI is not applicable here, and the maximum permissible potential is also not applicable here. So the final is nothing but as it is 1.5. Okay, so for a road width for a plot facing on a road width below 9 meter, you will get basic FSI of 1.5 and the maximum building potential is 1.5. Okay, so let's see it in by using a diagram. hmm. So suppose this is a road, hmm, which width is below 9 meter, and this is a net plot area. Okay, and this is a for all municipal corporations and for remaining authorities as well. Okay, and this is a built up area on that plot. Okay, so what is the basic FSI over here or maximum building potential? So the basic FSI and maximum potential is nothing but the same, that is 1.50. Okay, and what is the premium FSI? 0, and TDR potential is also 0. Okay, the reason why I included these boxes here, because just to understand that it is a 0. Okay, there is no necessity of these boxes, but still I have included to get you the point that the premium and the TDR loading is 0 here. Okay, so let's take the next criteria, the road width in between 9 meter to 18 meter. So let's see in a table chart first. For the municipal corporations, the for the road 9 meter to 18 meter, the basic FSI is 2. Okay, for no road below 9 meter, it is 1.5. And for the road 9 to 18 meter width for both municipal corporations, and for remaining authorities it is one it is sorry 2. Okay, so what are the premium FSI and maximum TDR and maximum building potential? We are going to see clearly over here. Okay, in previous table there was 0 for premium FSI and maximum TDR. Okay, so here some values are given. According to that values, how we are going to calculate the maximum building potential, that's what we are going to see here. Okay, so see first we will see for the municipal corporations, then we'll go for the remaining authorities. Okay, for the municipal corporations, for plot facing 9 meter to 18 meter road width, the basic FSI is 2, and the FSI on payment of premium is 2 0.30. Okay, and the maximum TDR loading, which is 0.30. Okay, and the maximum building potential is 2.60. So why 2.60 over here? Because the maximum building potential is nothing but the addition of these two. Okay, addition of these two and addition of this. Okay, so see 2 to 0.30 and 0.30, that is nothing but 2.60. And the same for the remaining authorities. Okay, so for the remaining authority, what is the basic FSI for road facing 9 meter to 18 meter road width, which is nothing but the 2, and the FSI on payment is 0.30, and here the difference comes. Here it is a 0.30, but here it is a 0.10. And just because the maximum TDR potential is decreased by 0.20 in remaining authorities, the maximum building potential is also decreased by 0.20. Okay, and this is the summation of all this is 2.40. I repeat again, for a municipal corporation and non-municipal corporation or other authorities, the basic FSI for road width 9 meter to 18 meter, it is 2, and payment and premium FSI for the municipal corporation is 0.30, and TDR for municipal corporation is 0.30, and the maximum building potential, that's why is 2.60. And for the remaining authorities, the basic FSI is 2 for the road facing for the plot facing a road 9 meter to 18 meter width, and the payment premium FSI is 0.30, and the maximum TDR loading is 0.10. Okay, so the summation of this is 2.40. So you must have to remember all these values, because we don't know how question is being framed on this. Okay, so let's understand it in a diagram format. Okay, so this is a road 9 meter to 18 meter width. This is the net plot area. For municipal corporations, we will see first. Here I am made a spelling mistake, no worries. Okay, for the municipal corporations we'll see first, and then we'll see for the non-municipal corporations. Okay, so see, this is a built up area. Okay, and the basic permissible FSI for the road width 9 meter to 18 meter for the municipal corporations is 2, and the premium FSI is 0.30, and the TDR loading is 0.30. Means this whoever the owner of this plot is, see, it is not necessary that he have to build this premium FSI over here only, or over here only. Okay, I just included this just to understand. Okay, he can use that premium FSI and TDR loading here as well. Okay, on first floor there is no restriction. If it is in a regulation of UDCPR, he can use here also. But just to understand you, I have given these boxes here. Okay, so this is just a explanation. Okay, so take accordingly. So for non-municipal corporation, let's see, for the road width 9 meter to 18 meter width, this is a plot area. For a remaining municipal authorities or areas, this is a built up area. Basic FSI is 2, After that, premium FSI is 0.30 and the TDR loading is 0.10. Okay, the TDR loading is decreased by 0.20 points, so the maximum building potential is also decreased by 0.20. That is, it has become 0.2.40. Okay, so according to this, we must, so that, see, the table which is given in UDCPR is, you may confuse, you may get confusion because of that. So keep revise these values by drawing table like this. I will show you it like this. Keep rough notes in your book and make a table like this and revise it daily so that you will understand. Okay, if you are planning to mug up these things, that is not going to happen anyway. After some time you will forget by anyway. Okay, so try to remember these things. Okay, so that for that practice is must. Okay, so let's see the next. hmm. See, the third category is for the road width 18 meter to 13 meter. Okay, so according to the table, what we are going to see here, let's see. For municipal corporations and remaining authority areas, the basic FSI is 2 for the road widths 18 meter to 18 meter, 30 meter. Okay, and for the municipal corporation, the FSI on payment of premium, which is nothing but the premium FSI, is 0.30. Hmm? And the maximum permissible TDR loading is 0.50. Okay, so it is increased by 0.10 here. So why I'm saying that again and again, that it is increased by this, it remains same, it is decreased by this, because in assistant town planner 2022 there is a question asked uh, with on this difference only. We'll see that questions later, but just keep these things, that how TDR is increasing whenever the road width of road is increasing. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so what we have seen, the basic FSI is 2 year for the municipal corporations, and the FSI on payment of premium is 0.30, and the maximum TDR potential is 0.50, and the summation of these three is nothing but the 2.80. Okay, and for the remaining authorities and areas having a plot which facing the road width 18 meter to 30 meter, the basic FSI is 2, the premium FSI is 0.30, and the maximum TDR loading is 0.20. Okay, so it has become a 2.50 after adding these three. So let's see in a diagram format. For the road which is having the width 18 meter to 30 meter, this is the net plot area, all municipal corporations. Again, I think I have done a copy paste that time, that's why. hmm. So see, this is a plot area and the basic FSI is 2 and the premium FSI is 0.30 and the TDR loading is 0.50. Okay, the summation of all this is nothing but the 2.80. So my maximum building potential over here is 2.80. Hmm. So for other authorities, remaining authorities or areas, for the road with 18 meter to 30 meter, this is a built up area. Basic FSI allowed is 2, premium FSI is 0.30, and the TDR loading is 0.20. Okay, so the third uh, last one is the road width above 30 meter. Hmm. So let's move toward the table first, then we'll see the diagram illustration. So in table what they have given, the basic FSIs remain as it is. Only in the case of road width below 9 meter, the basic FSI is 1.5. Otherwise, in all conditions, the road for any road width, the basic FSI is remained 2. Okay, so keep this also in a mind. Okay, so let's see for the municipal corporation first, then we'll move towards the remaining authorities. Okay, so what table is saying for the municipal corporations, the basic FSI is 2 here, and the FSI on payment of premium is 0.30. See, again it is increased by 20 points. Okay, 0.70 TDR loading, and the maximum potential become 3. Okay, see, 2 plus 0.30 plus 0.70 is nothing but the 3. Hmm? And for other remaining authorities or areas, it is 2 plus 0.30 plus 0.20, which is nothing but the 2.0 2.5. Okay, so um, let's see the illustrative first, then I will mention my point. Okay, so let's see, for all municipal corporations having a road width 30 meter and above, for the built up area, the basic FSI is 2, and the premium FSI is 0.30, and the TDR loading is 0.30, and the maximum building potential, which is nothing but the addition of all three, is become 3 for the road width 30 meter and above. Okay, so for other authorities or areas road width 30 meter and above, the plot facing the road width 30 meter and above, built up area for the basic FSI is 2.0, and the premium FSI is 0.30, and TDR loading is 0.20. Okay, so what I'm going to say, I mention my point here is, see, according to road width, the prim what increase in first case only the basic FSI 1.5. Okay, and the maximum TDR, maximum building potential, is also 1.5 in first case only. Okay, after that, basic FSI remain 2 throughout the 30 meter above road width. Okay, and the TDR gets increased after, when we increase the road width, TDR get increased. So that is the difference point you need to remember here. Okay, so what are the notes given below the with this table in UDCPR? Let's see. So as we have mentioned in first lecture of this chapter, the ancillary FSI. Okay, the ancillary FSI for residential use is nothing but 60% in this case. Okay, and ancillary FSI for non-residential use is 80%. Okay, so we are also going to see how we can calculate this FSI over and above other FSIs. Okay, so just keep in mind that ancillary FSI for residential use is nothing but 60%, and ancillary FSI for non-residential use is nothing but 80%. Okay, and how we obtain this FSI, ancillary FSI? See, this FSI obtained by paying a premium based on ASR of the land. So what type of question they can ask you here is that, see, suppose if you are having a land, okay, and suppose its value is 5 lakh, so they will ask that if someone is want to construct a residential building over here, or non-residential building, that is a commercial building, then and suppose its value is 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so there are different premium in different areas. Okay, suppose if payment of premium over here is 15%. Okay, then how, how much amount of money you have to pay here is 5 lakh into 15 divided by 100. Okay, so after calculation, the amount we get, we have to pay this to the authority, then we will able to get the 60% FSI. That is nothing but that ancillary FSI. Okay, so this is the meaning. Okay, so see, here are the rates of premium in Pune and Thane municipal corporations. The rate of premiums are 15%, and all other authorities except Pune and Thane municipal corporations, the rate of premium is 10%. Okay, so um, if there is a calculative problem comes in, then you have to remember that for Pune and Thane, the rate of premiums are is 15%, and for all other authorities, the rate of premium is 10%. Okay. Hmm. So what they said in the next point is, see, we'll read first and then we'll see the meaning of it. Okay. To apply rates, entire FSI shall be calculated. Okay. So they are saying how we can apply these rates. Okay, so to apply rates, the entire FSI shall be calculated. So entire, what comes in entire FSI? The basic FSI, the premium FSI, TDR loading, after that additional FSI. Okay, so these, after summation of all these, okay, and measured with reference, see, that is what they mention after that, and measured with the reference of permissible FSI, premium FSI means basic FSI, premium FSI, TDR, additional FSI, and after that adding a ancillary FSI into it. Okay, so after calculation of this, they add ancillary FSI into this. Okay, so that is why that is how they apply it. The next point is ancillary FSI applicable to all other schemes, that is transit oriented developments, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, ITP, IT, MHADA. Okay, so the only exception is SRA, that is nothing but Slum Rehabilitation Authority. And what is the exception in that Slum Rehabilitation Authority is nothing but the rehabilitation components in Slum Rehabilitation Authority, and which is included by some amendments given in the UDCPR. Okay, so let's move forward. Hmm. So we'll keep one thing in mind, that this ancillary FSI is applicable to all other schemes, but exception is SRA in a rehabilitation components in a SRA. Okay, so the question may get asked on this. So the next is how this ancillary how we can utilize this ancillary FSI. Okay, so suppose this is your area, and if you are having something like 0.20%, if you get ancillary FSI. Okay, 0.2 ancillary FSI if you get. Okay, then how you are going to utilize on this plat? You can use it fully, means you can use it as it is 0.2, or you can use some part of it. Okay, it is non-mandatory to use full ancillary FSI over this plot. Okay, you can use it in a part, or you can use it fully. Okay, and in the next point, they mention that premium and ancillary FSI distributed proportionally in case of composite buildings based on a percentage of each type of use. Okay, so suppose this is a building, and this is a mixed type of use. Okay, composite building, suppose some of part is used for the commercial, or and some of part is used for the residential and other provisions. Okay, so this is nothing but the composite building. Okay, so the premium FSI is calculated according to the type of use, means how much percentage is used for the commercial and how much for the non-commercial, that is nothing but the residential. Okay, and these FSIs which we get for this usages, that is nothing but the commercial and residential, the FSIs get distributed proportionally for this building. Okay, that is the simple meaning of this. No need to go in a deep, just understand the meaning and leave it. Okay, now we will see how the minimum front setbacks from existing or proposed road or roads in a congested area is given in the UDCPR. Okay, in the chapter number 6. Till now we have seen the maximum building potential of the plot and how much ancillary FSI is allowed and what are the premiums for the ancillary FSI, and what are the basic premium and maximum TDR potential for according to road widths. We have seen all this part. Okay, so now we are going to see up to from entire plot from means how much marginal distance you need to keep according to road width. Okay, and on which you can avail these FSIs. Okay, so let's see. For the load width less than 4.5 meter in a congested area, hmm, suppose this is your residential building, hmm, so you and this is your built up area, hmm, so you have to keep 2.25 meter distance from the center of the road. Okay, means if your plot facing this road, and this is your where is your built up area in this case, from the center of the road it is 2.25 meter away. Okay, means you can only construct from this point, hmm? So that is nothing but the front setback, we can say, hmm? And for residential building with mixed use, this remains as it is, and further additional distance is added, which is nothing but 1.50 meter. Okay, so see, just keep in mind that for the road width less than 4.5 meter, for the residential building we need to keep front marginal distance 2.25 meter away from the center of the road. Okay, and for the residential building with mixed use we should keep the front marginal distance 2.25 meter plus 1.50 meter away from the center of the line of the road. Hmm. And after that, for the road width 4.5 meter to 6 meter, for a residential building it is not mandatory to keep this front marginal distance. Okay, so this is a exception, huh? You must have to keep it in mind that this is a exception. See, always while studying, always note it down the exceptional points, because probability of asking question on this exception points is more rather than anything. Okay, so keep it, note it down. Okay, so for road width in between 4.5 meter to 6 meter for a residential building, there is no requirement of front marginal distance. Okay, and for the residential building with mixed use you can keep 1.5 meter road front marginal distance, but here they have not mentioned from the center of the road. Okay, that is the also difference point. Okay, you have to keep from here 1.5 meter. Okay, you do, they haven't said that you have to keep marginal distance from front marginal distance from the center of the road. Okay, so you must have to keep marginal distance from your plot boundary. Hmm? So for the road width 6 meter to 12 meter for the residential building, the front marginal distance again it is not from the center of the street, it is from the boundary of your plot, that is nothing but 1 meter. Okay, and for the residential building with mixed use, just a minute, and for the residential building with the mixed use, the marginal front marginal distance is 2 meters from the boundary of your plot, again it is not from the center of the street. Okay, so why I am repeating these points again and again is just because you need to remember these different points, because question is being asked on these points only. Okay, and now we'll see the minimum front setback from existing proposed road or roads in a congested area. Okay, the road width 12 meter and above. For the residential building you have to keep the front marginal distance 2 meter, and for the residential building with mixed use you have to keep front marginal distance 2.50 meter. Okay, so there is nothing to explain here. Okay, what to explain here, no. So these are the values and you must have to keep it in your mind, okay. So mug it up, okay. I will say mug it up and keep it in the mind, okay. Now, the side and rear marginal distances in congested area. So in UDCPR, they have given the different plot areas, and according to that different plot areas, they have provided the marginal side and rear distances we should keep according to our plot areas. Okay, here they have not given the road width. Okay, so keep in keep it in that keep it that in my mind as well. Okay, so this is suppose your road and this is the plot up to 1000 meter square, okay, and this is the plot above 1000 meter square and 4000 up to 4000 meter square. So here for the plot up to 1000 meter square, you don't need to keep the side and rear marginal distances, okay. This is again a difference point, hmm, just like the previous one. For the plot up to 1000 meters square, there is no side and rear marginal distance need to keep in a congested area. Huh? So for the second point, if your plot is above 1000 meter and up to 4000 meter, you have to keep the side. See, these are the side marginal distance, and this is the rear marginal distance. Okay, the side marginal distance is 1 meter and the rear marginal distance is also 1 meter. So from all the sides except from the front. Okay, so the front will be according to the road width on which it is facing. Okay, there because here they have mentioned the plot area particularly. I am not telling you the road width. So according to road width which we have seen previously, the front marginal distance shall be kept here, okay. But we are talking about the side and rear marginal distances. So I am saying that this is the side marginal distance, this is the side marginal distance, and this is the rear marginal distance, which is nothing but 1 meter, okay. And the plot up to 4000 meter square, hmm, the regulations as per non-congested area apply, okay. If your plot area exceeds 4000 meter square and above, the regulations of non-congested area apply in a congested area as well, okay. Keep it in that. So the what are the important points regarding to these provisions which we have seen till now is for the while constructing these buildings and keeping marginal distance and using FSIs, the light and ventilations, we must take care of the light of ventilations. These provisions is given in further in this chapter as well, but here also they have mentioned that what are the important points you need to remember. You should keep in your mind while studying about these buildings, okay. So the light and ventilations is provisions of interior and exterior chokes. What is the interior and exterior chokes we are going to see further, okay. So the cases in which the side margins ill nil. See, I have posted one questions regarding to this on a telegram. So most of you almost 70% of the aspirants have opted the wrong option, okay. So this is a very important point, okay. Suppose if you are having a plot, whatever be the area of this plot, if the width of the plot is 7 meter and up below, okay, so there is a no side margin required for that plot, okay. Suppose your plot is 2000 meter square or 1000 meter square, and if its width is below 7 meter, then you need not have to keep any side marginal distances, okay. So this is a very important point, huh? So the next is let me clear this first. Hmm. So the next is maintaining minimum 4.5 meters load width. See, previously we have seen for the road widths 4.5 meter. Uh, we should keep uh, marginal distances like 4. See 1.50 extra and before 2.25, that those provisions. Okay, so for that, if road width is less than 4.5 meter adjacent to any side of the plot, okay, Means suppose your plot is here, and wherever your road is, either on this side, either on this side, either on this side, or either on this side, and its width is 4.5 meter. The minimum setback required means the front marginal distance is 2.25 meter from the center of the street. In particularly, we are saying the center of the street is for the road width below 4.5 meter. Okay, for the particularly we are saying for the road widths below 4.5 meter. In all other cases, we are not saying that we should keep the front marginal distance from the center of the road width only. Okay, in that case, we are taking it from the boundaries of our plot, and in this particular provision, we are keeping it from the center of the street. Why we are keeping this from the center of the street? So that we can maintain the minimum 4.5 meter road width over here. Okay, see, we'll read this entirely so that you will understood what I'm going to say. Okay, if road width is less than 4.5 meter adjacent to any side of the plot, setback of 2.25 meter from the center of the street shall be provided to make such lane 4.5 meter wide, and no projection is allowed in such widened lane. So the which projections we are talking about here, which is given further, means projection allowed on the setbacks. There is a different topic, projection allowed on setbacks, we are going to see. But keep in mind that if we widen road to keep it maintain minimum 4.5 meter, then there is a no projection for that plot is allowed. Okay, so keep that in mind. So the applicability of regulations. Okay, so the all other regulation, see, we will read first and after that we'll explain. Okay, so all other regulations shall be applicable in for the development in congested area other than FSI. Okay, and its maximum loading limit and marginal distances as we studied earlier. Okay, so simple meaning, I don't think there is there is something to explain here. Okay, all other regulations shall be applicable for development in congested area other than FSI. Means you cannot compromise with the FSI, its maximum loading limit, and the marginal distances given as in regulations. Okay, but the other regulations apply as well. Hmm. So the heights, for the building heights which is less than 15 meters, the above regulations which we have seen according to the road widths apply to as it is, which is given in the UDCPR for the congested areas. Okay, and for the height 15 meter to 24 meter, above regulations means suppose if you are allowed to keep 1 meter marginal distance, side marginal distance in for the plot area, which we have seen that up to 1000 to 4000 meter, right? So for the three sides means side marginal distance and rear marginal distance, it is 1 meter, right? For the plot area 1000 meter to 4000 meter. So in this case, if this building compromise on that plot is above, means in between 15 meter to 25 meter, then you should keep 2 meters side marginals and rear marginal distance here. Means this original 1 meters means the above regulations plus 1. Okay, so the height is 15 meter to 25 meter. And for the height 24 meter and above, regulations apply as per the non-congested area. And also what we have seen previously, for the plot area above 4000 meter square, regulation apply as in non-congested area, even if it is in a congested area. So see, till now we have seen the provisions for the residential and for the residential with mixed use, and according to road widths, and we have also seen according to its heights. But now uh, what happens in case of other buildings means which buildings, like a public, semi public, educational, medical institution, or commercial mercantile buildings. Okay, so for that buildings, irrespective of width, or we can say whatever be the width, the provisions will apply according to width, but here we are talking about the marginal distances. Okay, so suppose this is our other building, like suppose this is the educational building. Okay. Hmm. So for the educational building, the side margins, okay, means see this one and this one, and this is a rear margin. Okay, so we should keep side margin 3 meters. Okay, and a rear margin is also the 3 meter in this case. Okay, for the other buildings in non-congested area we are talking about. Hmm. And the height of the building is up to 24 meter, we should keep it 3 meter. Okay. Hmm. Keep in mind, for other building which height is up to 24 meter, side and rear marginal distances should be 3 meter. Okay, and suppose there is access pathway. Hmm, means from this road if we are accessing this building in, so what is the width of this access pathway? The minimum width of this pathway is 3.6 meter. Okay, that is the point to be remembered. Huh? If you are accessing this building from the main road, the minimum pathway access is 3.6 meter. Okay, so what are the notes given below these means for the other buildings? See, the FSI permissibles are as per the previous regulations. Means no compromises in FSI. It is be given as it is given in the congested area. Regulations of non-congested area apply for buildings height more than 24 meter in congested area. We have discussed it before. If building proceeds above 24 meter, then the regulations of non-congested area apply. And if the plot area exceeds 4000 meter square, the regulations of non-congested areas will apply. Okay, so for the buildings like cinema theater, see, in other buildings we haven't discussed about the cinema theaters, multiplex, assembly buildings. Okay, so the for the buildings like cinema theaters, multiplex, assembly buildings, shopping malls, regulations apply as they apply for the non-congested area other than FSI. See, they are not compromising in any case for the FSI, but they will also at the same time um, ready to apply the regulations in the non-congested area. Oh, see, so you just have to keep in mind that there is no relaxation in FSI in case of congested areas. So here it is the provisions given for the residential building with mixed use, or we can say some other buildings, the setbacks, the FSI, the front setback, the side marginal distances, ancillary FSI on payment of premium, maximum TD potential, maximum building potential. So these all things we have studied for the congested area, particularly in this session. And in the next session we are going to study the provisions given for the non-congested area. Okay, other than congested area, they are mentioned in UDCPR, but we are going to see the means the meaning is same. We are going to see the provisions for the non-congested area. Okay, in next our next lecture. Okay, till then I hope you have understood all the points which I have mentioned in this session, and if you haven't understood anything, please go back and see the lecture again. And if any case, you can also use video CPR and you can study behalf of this session. After that, after some time, I'm going to conduct a test on this congested area, particularly on this second chapter. Sorry, on this second part. I will let you know when on the Telegram. Okay, so till then, if you haven't subscribed any of our channels, like we are on a we are as a community on WhatsApp as well, we are on a Instagram as well, we are on a Telegram as well. We are mostly active on the Telegram. Okay, and also we are on a YouTube, like where it is streaming. Okay, So keep supporting us, follow us, subscribe us, and share our videos so that this information will reach to each and everyone who is preparing for the town planning examinations. Okay, thank you so much.